In the last class, we have discussed the introduction to power electronic devices. In that, we are mainly focused on thyristor family devices, that is SCR, MOSFET, IGBT, power BJT, MCT, and different devices. With the invention of that thyristor family devices, we are having a lot of advantages in utilization of electric power in a efficient manner. So in that introduction, we have seen the various powertronic devices and their symbolic representation. We have seen the concerned advantages of the powertronic devices. In second video, we have discussed the construction and working of silicon control rectifier. Silicon control rectifier is one of the thyristor family device. So we are having a control in the instant of conduction of the device. So this application we are using in effective utilization of electric power. We have seen the construction. It is a PNPN device, 4 layer PNPN, 3 terminal, anode cathode gate, 3 junctions, J1, J2, J3 device. And it will be mainly used in forward bias. In forward bias, at the instant when we are applying gate signal, once the device is forward biased with that gate signal, the device will be in conduction. The instant will be designed according to requirement of power of the existing electrical circuit. Accordingly, we are utilizing the circuit in a proper manner. In this lecture, we are mainly going to discuss two transistor analogy of SCR, gate characteristics of SCR, ratings of SCR, advantages of SCR as a switch, applications of SCR. Two transistor analogy of SCR. So normally SCR is a PNPN, 4 layer device. So if we bisect the inner two layers, this N region and P region, then it will be forming two transistors respectively. PNP, one transistor, NPN, another transistor. So like this it will be represented as PNP, NPN. So this is the true transistor model representation, and this is the schematic diagram of SCR. We are going to analyze how the transistor analogy of SCR. So this is the two transistor model of SCR. This is a PNP transistor and this is another NPN transistor. The base of transistor 1 will be connected to collector of transistor 2, and similarly the collector of transistor 1 will be connected to base of another transistor. In this A will represent anode terminal, this K will represent cathode terminal, and this is gate signal of the SCR. So initially this anode current will be equal to emitter current of transistor 1, and this is base current of transistor 1. IC1 will indicate collector current of transistor 2. Similarly IB2, IC2, IE2. This is gate current. So the biasing of transistor will be as follows. So initially we are forward biasing the SCR by applying a positive voltage across the SCR. So this device will be forward bias. As we know, to conduct the SCR we require another signal, that is gate signal. Gate signal will be applied with this circuit. So once the gate voltage will be increased, the current will be flowing through the device. That current will be flowing through base terminal of transistor 2. Base terminal of transistor 2. So the analogy will be explained in two modes. So first of all, if we apply a gate voltage which is equal to 0, that means we have not applied any electrical source at gate to cathode junction. So here gate to cathode junction, the applied voltage will be equal to 0. In this case, if Vg will be equal to 0, the current which is flowing will be equal to 0, Ig will be equal to 0. When Ig will be equal to 0, Ib2 will be equal to 0. Okay. So whenever the input is equal to 0, the output of transistor IC2 will be equal to 0. So this output of transistor 2 will be the input of transistor 1, IB1. So IC2 will be equal to IB1. IB1 will also become 0. When the input of transistor 1 will be equal to 0, concerned output will be equal to 0. So that means the IC2 will be equal to 0, IC1 will be equal to 0. So the transistor T1 and T2, both the transistor will be in off condition. Once both the transistor will be in off condition, therefore the SCR is also in off condition. Second case, we are applying a positive voltage across the gate terminal of SCR. Whenever we are applying a positive gate voltage across the SCR, it will inject some current through the gate terminal of SCR. This current will be flowing through base terminal of transistor. As a base current is there, this current will be amplified and the current will be flowing through SCR will be IC2. This current is collector current and this current will be the input of transistor 1. As IB1, IB2 will be the input of transistor 2, which will be amplified and given as input to transistor 1. So this increased current will be given as input to transistor 1. So this current will be further amplified and again it will be given to input to transistor 2. So this current will be increased in this closed loop when the current increases through SCR. That means once the device is in forward bias condition and we are applying a gate voltage, because of this gate voltage, the base terminal of transistor 2 will be activated with IB2 current as IG current flows through the device. With this, the current in collector 2, collector terminal of transistor 2 increases, which will further increase the current through the transistor 1. That means IC1 increases, IC2 increases, IC1 increases. That means both the transistors T1 and T2 will be in on condition. So whenever the transistors T1 and T2 will be in on condition, the SCR will become turn on. The SCR will conduct. So the collector current will be given as IC1 will be equal to alpha times will be the amplification factor common base current gain and ICB not 1. So it is common base leakage current of transistor 1. Similarly, IC2 will be equal to alpha 2 IK plus ICBO2. So this is collector current of transistor 2. The total anode current will be given as IA equal to the sum of this IA, IC1 and IC2. So the total current will be given as, anode current will be given as alpha 2 times of Ig plus ICBO1 plus ICBO2 whole divided by 1 minus alpha 1 plus alpha 2. So the anode current will be maximum whenever this alpha 1 plus alpha 2 will be equal to 1. So that means when we are applying input to emitter current, when we are giving input to emitter of transistor, then the alpha 1 alpha 2 will be increases. Whenever the sum of alpha 1 plus alpha 2 will be equal to 0, equal to 1, then the transistor will conduct. Therefore, when both the transistors are in conduction, the thyristor will turn on. So next topic we are going to discuss is gate characteristics of SCR. Gate characteristics of SCR. So this graphical representation tells the gate characteristics of SCR. It shows the variation of anode to cathode, gate to cathode voltage with respect to gate current. These characteristics represent the gate to cathode voltage versus gate current. The gate characteristics will be similar to VI characteristics of PN junction diode, but here the axis will be interchanged. The gate characteristics vary due to difference difference doping level of P and N layers, and there will be a considerable range of SCRs in the different ranges. So the characteristic curve 1 and 2 will represent the limits. So this characteristic curve 1 will represent lower limit, and this characteristic curve 2 will represent upper limit. Means if you are increasing the gate to cathode voltage, how the gate current which is flowing through the device will be increasing. So this is like a normal PN junction diode only, but this two curves for different manufacturing of devices. So the temperature will be changing, so accordingly the current which is flowing through the device will be changing according to operating conditions. So this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit, and the different points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A will further represent the operating area of the SCR. So this will represent maximum voltage to be appeared across the gate to cathode junction of the SCR. If we further increase, the junction J3 may get damaged. So this is the minimum gate voltage to be appeared across the SCR. And this is the point at which the conduction of SCR takes place. And this is the point which is the maximum current which is to be allowed through the device. So these are the different characteristic limit points we have to take consideration, and the safe operating area of this SCR will be this region A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So if we operate in this safe operating area, the device will be operating in a proper manner. And here there is a maximum limit of average gate power dissipation, which should not be exceeded in order to avoid permanent breakdown of junction J3. So we have to consider the maximum average power rating. So it will indicate the power dissipation across the device. We have to take care such that the permanent damage of junction as not to be taken place. So the gate to gate characteristics will be the representation of gate voltage with respect to gate current. So here this gate characteristics will be similar to PN junction diode, but that axis will be interchanged. These are the different limit points in the characteristics of SCR: minimum gate voltage and current, maximum gate voltage and current, rated average power dissipation, safe operating area, safe operating region of the SCR. So that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So which is indicated in the previous characteristics. Methods of triggering. So the different conduction methods of SCR will be, for turning off SCR will be three methods: DC triggering, pulse triggering, high frequency carrier gating. So in DC triggering, we are applying a continuous DC voltage and current. So once the device is in conduction or not, so this continuous voltage will be applied across the device. In pulse triggering, the gate current will be in the form of pulse. In the form of pulse, the pulse will be appeared across the device. These pulses will be maintained until the SCR is in conduction. In high frequency carrier gating, we are using a continuous train of pulses. Continuous train of pulses will be appeared across the gate terminal of SCR. Once the SCR is in conduction, there won't be any functioning of that gate terminal. So once the device is in conduction, there won't be any functioning of gate terminal. To turn on the SCR, generally we are using these three methods: DC triggering, pulse triggering, high frequency carrier gating. And different ratings of SCR will be mentioned once the device is in manufacture. So these things we have to take into consider once we are placing the SCR in the circuit. We have to consider all these things into the consideration whenever we are operating the SCR in any circuit. So peak inverse voltage, the rating will be peak inverse voltage, on state voltage, firing voltage, rate of rise of voltage, voltage safety factor, current rating, latching current, holding current. These two are very important. So it will be in milliamperes. Always latching current will be more than the holding current. This holding current will be associated with the turning off process, and this latching current will be associated with the turning on process. And gate current, gate power loss, on time of the SCR, off time of SCR. So if you observe, the time is in microseconds. So it will be fast switching. So we can turn on the SCR in microseconds, and we can turn off the SCR in microseconds. So if we observe this time, we can operate in a fast manner, very fast switching device. And coming to advantage of SCR as a switch. So actually, in electrical circuits, in wiring, generally we are using different types of switches: mechanical switches, electrical switches, different switches we are operating. So generally, if you observe a switch, a one-way switch, we can operate the switch mechanically. We can, if logic 0, logic 1 will be represented. So once you put the switch in 0 manner, it will be turned off. So once you place the switch in logic 1, so it is turning on. We can control the switch by pressing the switch. If you place it 1, it will be in conduction. If you place it 0, it will be off condition. So whenever you are operating, there is a problem. Whenever you are operating, there is a problem with the operation of the device. So it will create some amount of noise, and the switching speed may not be that much high. So that kind of problems will be elevated in using SCR as a switch. So the main advantages we are getting as noiseless operation, high switching speed, high efficiency, low maintenance, small size, long life. So these are the different advantages what we are getting from the SCR as a switch. And we are using SCR in almost all power appliances. So what the topics we are going to discuss in the next classes will be the all appliances of SCR. We are using in converters, inverters, cycloconverters, all are different appliances. Along with that, we are using power system appliance applications like HVDC. We are using converters. We are using static circuit breakers. In domestic appliances, we are using in SMPS, UPS. In industries, we are using drives, AC drives, DC drives. In home appliances, we are using in battery charging circuits. In power supply for aircrafts, satellites, light dimmer circuits in homes, theaters. In all those appliances, we are using the SCR. In almost all appliances, as we are having the control in the instant of conduction, that's why we are using SCR in these appliances applications. So thank you all of you. So in this lecture, we are mainly concentrated on two transistor energy of SCR and gate characteristics of SCR. Along with that, we have seen the main important ratings of SCR and advantages of SCR as a switch. And we have also seen the main applications of SCR. Thank you very much.